So everybody's heard about the Avengers and everybody's heard about the Justice League, but have you ever heard of David's mighty men? These were legendary warriors, man. David's crew, like David's guard, and they were not just legendary warriors, but they were also giant slayers. Let's check them out. All right, so in 2 Samuel's, right, chapters 23, it kind of starts introducing these guys and who they are, what they did, and what made them mighty, right? So if you look at the first three that are listed, they were known as the three. Like these were the top dudes, the inner circle of David. All right. And so in the top three, you had Josheb-Basshebeth. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, but you have him in 2 Samuel 23:8, and it says that he killed 800 men, 800 dudes. Went to war, killed 800 dudes. Wow. Then you got Eleazar, son of Dodo, and this is in 2 Samuel 23:9, so following right after, right? 2 Samuel 23:9 through 10. It says that he went to war with the Philistines for so long that his hand got stuck to the sword. One translation says frozen to the sword. Wow. Then you got Shammah, son of Agi. This is 2 Samuel 23:11 through 12. Sorry, man, I'm a little ghetto. I keep saying 2 Samuel, right? 23:11 through 12. He stationed himself in the middle of the field and killed the Philistines, so the Lord brought about great victory. And this is not an endorsement of Game of Thrones, but that's what I see is when Jon Snow is like in the middle of the field and he's like getting ready to go to war by himself. And so that's what I imagine, except for Shammah. I don't believe anybody came to help him out except the Lord. Like, what else do you need, right? And then after that, there's 37 of these dudes in total. So these were the top three. And what's his name? Josheb was the leader of the three and the whole crew, right? And then after that, you have Abishai, 2 Samuel 23:18. It says that he lifted his spear against, 300 men and killed them. I mean, that's a feat in itself. Then you got Benaiah, 2 Samuel 23:20 through 21. He killed the lion in a pit on a snowy day. I don't know. I don't know why they do the snowy day. I don't know what the purpose of that is. If you know, man, let me know in the comments. He killed an Egyptian, man of great renown is what it says. He's a great, a mighty dude too. But he killed him with his own spear. Benaiah also, it says that he killed 2 men of Moab that were like lion-like men, which, man, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know if it meant like super strength or something, but if you do know the context of that, of the lion-like men, let me know in the comments. Benaiah, I think he's the one that became like David's like bodyguard basically, or something like that. And then you had Uriah the Hittite, who is actually also Bathsheba's husband. So he's in the crew too. He was part of the group. And that's why the betrayal was so bad in that situation, was because of that. And then in 2 Samuel 21, it actually tells you another story as well. So because a lot of people, they know David because he killed Goliath, David the giant slayer, but they don't realize that he also had his boys also killed giants, right? So once David did it, like he taught these guys how to take care of it, how to handle up. And so you got in 2 Samuel 21, verses 15 through 22. So you got a list of who killed who, right? So you got Abishai, he killed Ishbi Benob, because I believe that's one of Goliath's, I don't know if it's cousin or something like that, or brother. And then you got Sebekai, I can't even say their names right. He killed Saph, who was the son of the giants or something like that. Elhanan, he killed Goliath's brother. So that's the one that killed Goliath's brother. And then you got Jonathan, he killed the 6-finger giant. And I forgot what the meaning of that was, but like the Nephilim supposedly had 6 fingers. And so he's like a descendant of those guys. And then Jonathan, actually not Jonathan, son of Saul. This is Jonathan is the son of David's brother. And so if you read like in the King James or like the New King James version, it says that this was his brother. But if you go do some research and you'll, because I was like, man, I remember him having a brother named Jonathan, but you go look at do the research and that's his, it's basically his nephew. So it's his brother's son. Um, so it says here that in verse 22 that these four were born to the giant in Gath and fell by the hand of David and by the hand of his servants. So, you know, like his, I don't know what that says. Like it's like his legacy, David's legacy that he left with his people. Like he like created these giant slayers, and that's, I think that's pretty honorable, pretty cool to look at. Um, some of the attributes that these guys had, like they weren't just out there just killing Philistines and giants. Like um, they were honorable, man. These guys were had integrity. They were, I don't know. Um, they had great attributes that we can glean from today as men. They were loyal. The Bible does call us to be loyal, be faithful, right? Um, they were full of courage. They were obedient. Like the word says that, uh, basically, um, rebellion is that of witchcraft. So obedience is key. Um, just something to learn from these guys, man. Like they went as far as to like go to war. They fought through a Philistine army to get David some water because David was tired and he said, I was thirsty. Right? He said, man, I'm thirsty. So they were like, let's get him some water. So they fought through this whole army to go to this town that the Philistines were, you know, over basically. And they fought through this whole army to get him some water. Like that's, talk about dedication to the king, right? So I thought that was a cool story. Um, they fought for um, they fought for the king, right? Like even before he was the king, they had his back. Like even before he was the king, like I don't know, they just saw it or what, but they saw him slay Goliath and they had his back, right? Um, but anyways, I'll leave you guys with this verse here. It says Ephesians 6:10 through 11, sorry. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God. So, anyways, if you guys have never heard of these guys, man, or if you have, let me know your takeaway. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. I don't know. Love you guys. Peace out.